Good morning and welcome to day one of Summer Academy Credit Recovery for 6th grade math. How is everybody doing today? I want to shout out Yankel, Branson, Javon, and Marley for being on time. You guys came super early. Thank you for showing up. Okay, so I just want to go over a few expectations with you all. This class meets at 9:40 to 10:40, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The only responsibility during this hour that you have with me is to listen to what we do your independent practice and exit ticket. And then when you sign off, you do 30 minutes of iReady a day. So by Thursday, I need 150 minutes of iReady. That is your only homework, 30 minutes a day. If you want to spend all the time today and do 150 minutes, great. But as long as you have 150 minutes in on Thursdays, by I think it's 3 o'clock, you get a free 100 in the grade book. Are we good? Every single Thursday, you will have an assessment. So yes, this Thursday, you will have an assessment. We will have a lesson, and then you will have an assessment. Does that make sense? Okay. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're going to have an independent and exit ticket, and you have 30 minutes of iReady to complete. And then every Thursday, you're going to have an assessment. So you have your first quiz assessment on Thursday. Are we good? Are we good? All right. So cameras need to be on at all times. If they do need to be turned off, you need to just notify me why they're off. Like I already have someone tell me there's something going on, which is fine. I got you. But the rest of you, thank you, Daniel and Noah. Okay, so we're going to get started. So you do not have to take notes. Let me repeat. You do not have to take any notes today. All you're simply going to do is listen. You're going to answer questions. And then you're going to turn in your independent and exit tickets today. Sound like a plan? Okay. So before we begin, I need 2 assistants. I need a learning target reader and a screenshot taker. Extra points for those that participate. Who would like to do that? We got to be quick. Who wants to do it? I need 2 volunteers. Hi. Learning target is Branson, who's taking the screenshots. Okay, Marley, let's get started. Marley, type your name in the chat. Put SS equal Marley. Okay, here we go, folks. All right, so let's go to summer school. Can everyone see my screen? Can you all see this? Somebody come off and tell me.
Yes.
Wait, was that you, Jay? Okay, I couldn't hear you. Okay. All right, so we're going to get started with the learning target. It's going to be read by Branson. Whoa, what's going on over here? Hold on a minute. I'm not sure why it's taking this long. I'm sorry about that. So today we're going to be working with fractions, okay? This week we're dealing with fractions. Every week's a different topic. Today we'll be dealing with adding, subtracting fractions, same and different denominators, and doing improper to mixed and mixed to improper. That is what we're going to be working with. This is pretty straightforward. All right, Branson, whenever you're ready. Today it is Tuesday, July 6th of 2020, standard 6 NS1. Can you read this entire page for us, sir? Please. Branson?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to read the learning target to the word to steps on converting for us. Go ahead, take it away, sir.
Today's scholars will. No, I'm sorry. I can add and subtract. I can add and subtract fractions with mixed numbers and apply real world and apply to real world situations.
Lesson notes, right? So we're going to learn how to add and subtract fractions with mixed numbers and apply to real world situations. Remember, fractions are division. Can you read the vocab words for me, Branson? Number 1, what's a fraction?
A fraction is a number less than 1.
Marley, number 2, a numerator. What's a numerator?
Numerator is the top number of the fraction.
Good. Number 3, Noah, can you read a denominator for me? Noah? Okay, let's move on to the next person. Yankel, number 3, denominator, Yankel. Repeat, denominator, sir. Is the bottom number of a fraction. Branson, number 4, mixed number, sir. Branson? Javon, you want to read number 4? Can you read mixed number for me? I saw your hand wave, bud.
Is a whole number in a fraction that is greater than 1.
Great, thank you for reading. Javon, when you get a chance, if you can make your mic a little louder so we can hear you, because I heard you, but it was really low, right? All right, number 5, improper fraction. Branson has a larger numerator than a denominator. Read number 6, a proper fraction, sir.
No. The numerator is less than the denominator.
Perfect. All right, so when we convert a mixed number to improper fraction, we're going to use the MAD method, which means multiply your whole number by your denominator and add your numerator. So 7 times 4 is 28 plus 1 is 29, and we keep the denominator of 4. When we want to convert from an improper to a mixed number, we're going to divide. Very simple. All right, so let's look at the first question. Hey, Noah, it's got your name in it purposely. Can you please read problem 1 for us, Noah? What does it say about you, bud? Noah? You got to unmute yourself. Okay, can you read it? And reminder, all cameras need to be on. I already know about Javon. Noah stood 55 2/3 inches tall on his 10th birthday. If he stood 58.5 inches on his 11th birthday, how much taller has Noah grown over the past year? So it says you have to convert 55 2/3 to a decimal. We know that a fraction is division. So we know that fractions are division. So if you have a calculator handy, what you're going to do is you're going to divide like so. You're going to hit the calculator button. You're going to hit 2 divided by 3, and you should get this decimal that I got, which is shown 0.666666667. So that is what 2/3 converted to is equal to. So I'm going to keep the 55. I'm going to make this larger. I'm going to make this in red. So it's going to be 55.66 about. If you have 50 cents, how much money do you got? How much is 50 cents? Somebody come off mute and tell me. Somebody, how much is 50 cents? Type it in the chat if you want extra points. 50 cents, how much is that? As a decimal. 0.5, right? So 58.5 or 0.50. So now I want to know how much did he grow? So in order to figure that out, I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to write here, operation is subtraction. And Marley, you're going to take a screenshot for us when I'm ready. We're going to subtract, right? The operation is subtraction to find the difference. In Noah's height. So what am I going to subtract? I'm going to subtract 58.5 from 55 2/3. So I'm going to put this here so you can all see it. Okay, the next sentence I'm going to write on my paper. The number sentence is, okay, we're converting the fractions to decimals. So 58.50 is the same as 58.5. And we're going to subtract that from 55.66 to find out the amount of inches that Noah grew. So, anyone want to tell me what 58.50 minus 55.66 is equivalent to? I'm going to type that in the chat and hear some responses. I need to know what this is equivalent to. Somebody tell me. Let's hear some answers now.
294.
294, somebody said 294 or 2.94?
2.94.
2.94 or 2.84? What do you guys think? Yankel, try again.
2.9,
Huh?
2.94.
Answer. Noah grew. Let's see what they wrote. 2.84. Noah grew thank you, Jay. 2.84 inches. Okay, so Marley is going to screenshot this question and call it problem 1. So here we wrote.
Oh, 2.84, right?
Yes, that's right. Good job, Yankel. Okay, so Marley's going to screenshot problem 1, Marley. I need you to post this immediately. Take a picture and bam, put it up. Got it? Okay, now go put it in Google Classroom. Call it problem 1. All you're doing is listening. You don't have to take notes. You just got to listen. All right, let's move on. Are we good? I'm just going to take a picture just in case there's an issue with her uploading it. That way we have it. All right, let's do the next question. Let's do problem number 2. Same exact thing. Jason Sanchez, would you be kind enough to read me problem 2, sir?
Macy jogged and walked a total of 37.9 miles in Central Park today. If she jogged a distance of 8 miles, how many miles did Macy walk?
Okay. So it says she walked a total of 37 over 9 miles in Central Park today. If she jogged a distance of 8 and 3 miles, how many miles did she walk? Well, my question to you is, what kind of fraction is this, guys? Is it mixed or improper?
Improper.
Yes, thank you, Javon. So how do I convert an improper fraction into a mixed number? What operation do I do? Starts with a D. What is this called?
Division.
Yes, thank you, Javon. So Javon, how many times does 9 go into 37 about, sir? About how much? You got this, bud. About how many times?
3.
3 or 4?
4.
4, because it equals 36, right, sir? So when I subtract, I'm left with 1. 1 is my numerator, and the outside number, which is 9, becomes my denominator. Good job, Javon. So this is 4 and 1/9. Does that make sense so far? Now we want to do the same thing to convert 8 over 3 into a mixed number. Thank you, Jay. You're doing awesome, bud. So we're going to do 8 divided by 3. We're going to turn that into a mixed number. So now we're going to do 3 on the outside into 8. So Javon, since you did so good on the first one, can you finish this one? How many times does 3 go into 8, sir? I think he typed it 2. 2 times 3 is what, folks? 6. Thank you. 8 divided by 6, 8 minus 6 is 2 and 2/3. Yeah? So this is 2 and 2/3. Now, we have an issue here. We have to now convert these fractions into decimals and then figure out how many miles they walked. Yeah? Yes? No? Maybe so? So what are we going to do, Javon or Jason? What do we do now? Somebody help me out.
Division.
Okay. So we're going to divide 1 by 9. That's right. We're going to convert the mixed number, good job, to a fraction. So help me out, sir. What's 1 divided by 9? Anybody? 1 divided by 9. Somebody. 4 and 1/9 is what as a fraction? 4 point what? Somebody, 1 divided by 9. 0.11 about, right? Now we're going to convert 2 and 2/3 into a fraction by dividing. So the next step says we're going to convert the mixed number into a fraction. So what we have to do here, I'm going to move this down a bit so you don't get confused, is now what we're going to do is we are going to convert, we're going to convert 2 and 2/3. We already know that 2/3 is equal to 66. Huh? 2.6. Yeah. Now we want to find out, it says here, how many miles did she walk? So are we going to add or subtract? If the total amount was 4 1/9, we want to know she jogs, that means she did more miles. So how are we going to figure this out? Are we going to add or subtract?
Subtract.
What are we subtracting? Because the 4.11, which is 4 1/9, was the total. So what do we subtract? You're right. Somebody said it. Operation. We're going to use subtraction. What are we subtracting? What are the decimals? 4.11 minus 2.66 is what? Hmm? Right? We're going to subtract. So Marley, you can actually screenshot this and right now, because we're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. Are we good? You got it, Marley? Perfect. Let's move on. Problem number 3. It says, Brooke watched a YouTube video that featured Filipino chicken recipe. She bought 5 3/4 pounds of chicken to a store. If the recipe called for 2.5 pounds of chicken, how many pounds remain unused? So what do we have to do with the fractions? What do we convert them to? What do we have to do? Somebody. Jason, Javon, Marley, somebody. Noah, somebody. Type it in the chat if you can't say it. Convert the fraction to, convert the mixed number to what?
Remember to just.
Yes, to a decimal. All right. So if you have 3/4, how much money is 3/4? How much?
75 cents.
Yeah, 75 cents. So 5, right, Jay? 5.75 is the same as 3/4, right, sir? Yes? You guys see what we're doing? So this is the same as 5 3/4 as a decimal, as Javon just told you guys. Okay, he's on fire right now. So now we're going to now convert. Oh, Haley's coming in. Hold on. So now we're going to convert. Oops, sorry about that, guys. So now we are going to convert. Okay, so now I'm going to use blue. Now we are going to convert the mixed number to a decimal. That other mixed number was 2.5. Well, we just said, what is 2.5 as a decimal? What's 1/2 as a decimal, folks? You got 50 cents. How do I write that as a decimal? 50 is what? 2.5 or 50. Thank you for whoever wrote that in the chat. Perfect. So now we want to know how much is unused. So what operation will we use if it's unused? We're trying to find the, starts with the D. The, thank you. The what? Starts with the D. The difference, right? So the operation is we're going to do the difference. We're going to take the difference. That means we're going to subtract. Difference, we're going to subtract 5.75 because that's 5 3/4 minus 2.5, which is 2.50. So somebody use their calculator and tell me what these numbers are equal to. What is 2.75 minus 2.50? Yes, Javon, I'm loving it, but keep it up, kiddo. You're doing awesome so far. I need the answer to that number, please. 5.75. 2 point what?
275.
225 or 325?
Oh, yeah.
So I got a question. If you have 1/4, how much money is that? If you guys have 1/4, how much money is that? 50 cents, right? So now, how much pounds of chicken is unused?
3.25.
25 pounds of chicken is unused, which is the same as 3 1/4, yes? Thank you, Haley. Okay, guys, this class starts at 9:40 on the dot, not 9:51, 58. Gotta be here 9:40, all right? All right, so Marley's gonna screenshot problem 3 for us. Marley? Okay, you got it? Okay, awesome. Let's go to problem 4. Hey, Branson, can you read this? It has your name in it, sir. It's same thing. Let's see what you can do. You and Yankel, go, Branson.
In open relay race, Branson planned to swim 23 and a half, no, 3 and
3 and
2
2
fifths
Mhm.
laps, and Yankel planned to swim 2 and 1/5 lap. How many laps combined did Branson and Yankel plan to swim?
Okay, so Branson, what do we have to do to these fractions? What do
You
we
have
have
to-
to convert them to?
You have to add them.
Before we add them, yes, you're right. But before we do all that, you're correct. We have to convert the mixed number into what?
Oh,
Okay, or a fraction, right?
yeah.
What's that? Convert the fractions to decimals, right? So let's look at it, Branson. The first one is we have this. We have 3 and 2/5. Let's make that into a decimal. We know 3 is the whole number. What's 2 divided by 5, folks? 2 divided by 5. Use your calculator. Yes, Haley, that's right. 2 divided by 5 is what as a decimal? Guys, you need a calculator. 2 divided by 5. Anyone?
3.
0.4.
Yes, 0.40.
Or yeah.
Now we want to divide 2 and 1/5. Look, you don't need a calculator for this. I'm going to show you a cool trick. Watch. If we know that 2/5 is 40, what's 1/5? What's half of 40, guys?
20.
Yes. So then we want to know they combine laps. It says add the fractions. So what operation are we going to use? What operation?
Addition.
Yes. What are we going to be adding?
20.
What are the
Three
orange and green numbers?
40.
Hmm?
Plus 2.20.
Good. So what's 0 plus 0, Haley?
0.
What's 4 plus 2?
6.
Bring down the decimal point. 3 plus 2?
5.
Okay, so Haley, let's look this out. Let's check this out. If we know that 20 is 1/5, right, Haley? And 40 is 2/5, 60 is what? Is it 3/5 or 4/5?
3/5.
Oh, 3 what? Yeah, 3/5 is correct. I made a mistake there. You're right. It is 3/5. I don't know why I put fourths there. You're correct. Does everyone see what Haley just did there? So it says Branson and Yakel swam a total of 5 3/5 laps in the relay, which is the same as 5.60. Everyone see that? Easy, right? Okay, Marley, screenshot this for us, please. Haley, tomorrow you're going to be the screenshot person, okay? We're going to change off roles so everyone gets a fair chance. All right, you got it. Okay, let's move on to number 5. All right, let's hear from Daniel Flores. Daniel, please read number 5 for us, but I would love to hear your voice today. Thank you for following directions. Goods,
Goods for the dry store in bins. The vegetable bin was in one half full. The soup bin was 3/4 full, and the pasta bin was 5/6 full.
keep going. All together, you got this, bud.
Altogether, how many bins will the goods fill?
So Daniel, when you see the word all together, are we adding or subtraction? Or adding or subtracting?
Adding.
Good. Daniel, what are the fractions we're gonna add, bud?
1/2, 3/4, and 5/6.
Daniel, beautiful. Now, Daniel, I know you know this. I know you know the next part. We want to convert all the fractions to what? We have to convert the fractions to what? Starts with a D. Convert the fraction to...
Two decimals.
Good. Daniel, if you had 50 cents, how much money do you have, sir?
I would have
How much is 2/4?
0.
Daniel? 2/4. How much money is that?
2/4 is 50 cents.
But if you have 3/4, how much money do you guys got?
75 cents.
All right, now here's where you're going to need the calculator because even I don't know this one off the top of my head. If you have 5/6, 5 divided by 6 is equal to what, folks? 0. What? What's 5 divided by 6, folks? Anybody?
30.
30, or is it
18.
83.
0.83? Now it says altogether, Daniel says we have to add. So what are the decimals we're going to add now? Daniel, what are we adding? You're correct, Daniel.
50 cents and 75 cents and 83 cents.
3 cents.
Good. So Daniel, do you have a calculator, sir?
No.
Okay, Daniel, I'm going to do this then the long way. To find the amount of bins needed to fill the goods. Okay, ready, Daniel? We're going to do this the long way. I'm going to rewrite them for you. You got this. I believe in you. All right, so we got 0.50, Daniel. We got 0.75, you said. And then somebody said 0.83, correct? Okay, if we don't have a calculator, this is why we convert the fractions into decimals. Very important. All right, Daniel, 5 plus 3, bud.
5 plus 3 is 8. Is
Good.
8.
5 plus 7, sir. Daniel.
12.
12. 12 plus 8.
0.
Okay, and what's 2 plus 0, guys?
2.
So we need how many bins? 2.8.
2.8.
2.08.
So we're gonna have 2.08 bins, or we're gonna have 3 bins if we had to round this up. How many bins would you need? What are you gonna do?
2.
2 or 3? But what about my 80? And my 0.08? How many bins?
2.8.
We need 2.08 bins, which is how many bins? What are we going to do with the 0.08? Are we going to leave it there, or are we going to make a new bin?
We're gonna make a new bin.
Yeah, so we're going to technically need 3 bins, right? Because we can't forget about the 0.08, right? We have to include that, okay? All right, there is this problem. Here is practice problem number 5. Marley's got it. Okay, let's try this one. This one's really easy. I'm gonna read it, and let's have Nahaidalin, you need your camera, por favor. Okay, it says a recipe called for using 6 5/9 cup of flour before baking and another 5 4/9 after baking. What is the total amount of flour needed? The total amount. Type in the chat. The word total is what operation? Total. What operation is total? First person I see, 5 kickboard points. Ed,
Add.
Ron Tyson, perfect. All right, guys, so we know that the operation, you guys are gonna help me do this, because then you're gonna have a piece of cake on your work. The operation is addition. What are we adding? What are the fractions? What are the mixed numbers, folks? What is the fractions in the problem? We got 6 5/9, which is how much flour there is. And you told me we're adding
6
5, and 5 4/9, right,
and
Yankel?
5.
Good.
Yeah.
Yankel, 6 por 5 son.
6 por 5 es 11.
11. Y 15 por 4 son, señor.
15 por 4 es 19.
Good. 9 dividido 9 son.
9 dividido por 9 es...
1, right? So now we got 5
Yeah.
plus 4. Yeah, thank you, Yankel. 5 plus 4 is 9, and we keep the denominator. 9 9s, we have to convert that into a whole. So now technically we have 11 plus 1, which is how much? What's 11 plus 1? 11 plus 1 is
12.
those
12.
12.
See how easy that was, guys? Just remember, when your denominator and numerator are the same, Haley and Javon and the rest of you guys, it's always equal to 1. The same number divided by itself is 1. I'm going to write that down here so you remember. I'm going to write the same number divided by itself. I'm going to put that up here. Is always 1. Is always equal to 1. Very, very important, okay? All right, Marley, you can screenshot this now for us, please. Where'd you go, Marley? All right. Again, these notes will be here for you to go back to. If you're the type of person that your family said you have to write them down, you can go back. I will not erase them. All right, let's try problem number 7. And then we have 3 problems, and then we're going to do our independent work. All right, problem number 7. Noah spent 2 3/6 hours working on his math homework. If he spent another 4 3/6 hours on his reading homework, what is the total time he spent? Who wants to do this one for me? Who wants to tell me what to do? Who wants to try it? Who's going to do it? Try it. Spent, total spent. What's the operation there? What operation, guys?
Addition.
Addition.
Good. What are we going to be adding? You got this. Come on. What are we adding?
2
2.
2 and 1/2 and 1/6, I mean.
Mhm.
And 4 and
4,
3/6.
3, 6.
Oh wait, I thought that was a 1. Sorry.
Haley, you know what? I like how you said 1/2 because 3/6 is the same as a half. So you're correct, ma'am.
No.
So help me out. Come on. 2 plus 4. This is easy. Come on.
2 plus 4 is 6.
6.
3 plus 3.
6.
6.
What did I just say in the last question? When the denominators are the same as the numerator, it always equals.
Oh.
Good. So 6 is equal to what?
Oh.
So what do I do with the 6 and the 1?
You have to add
Good. And what do you get?
7.
How many hours did Noah spend on his homework?
7.
He spent 7 hours. Does everyone see that?
Yes.
7 hours. Yes? Okay. Marley will screenshot that for you. Easy, right? Right, Haley? Nothing hard,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right, Marley, you got it? Haley, can we erase it, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at the last few problems. Each week, Daniel earns 3.5 hours on Monday. He works. He works 3 hours on Tuesday, 2 hours on Wednesday, and 2.25 hours on Thursday. And then last but not least, Friday, he works 4 hours. How many hours does he work per week? What do we got to do here? I forgot. Somebody help me. What do we do to find Daniel's total numbers of hours he worked? What are we going to do?
Do we gotta add?
Add what? Be more specific. You're correct.
We gotta add 3 wholes and 1 half, and
That's right. Keep going, Haley. You got this.
I think 2 wholes and 1/4.
Okay. So Haley, to make it easier, let's add what's one half as a decimal? If you have 50 cents, how much you got?
Um,
Come on, this is easy. You got 50 cents or 2/4. How much you got?
is it 3?
50 cents. How much is 2/4?
Is it 3.5?
Yeah. So I'm just writing that Tuesday was 3 hours, and then it says Wednesday 2.0 as a decimal equals Wednesday. I'm just writing down the days of the week for you on my paper. I can't even spell Wednesday. Oh my goodness. W-E-D. Oops, I forgot how to spell it. And then Thursday was, okay, if you have 1/4, how much money do you have? How much is 1/4?
25 cents.
Yes, thank you, Javon.
2.225.
Okay. 0.2. Good. So now if you have 4, how do I make 4 a decimal? I heard it. Jay, say it. So there's each day of the week. Now we have to add it up to find the total amount of hours that Daniel worked. So what's 0 plus 5, guys?
5.
Good. What is 5 plus 2?
7.
Bring down the decimal point. What is 3 plus 3, guys?
6.
Plus 2?
8.
8 plus 2?
10,
10 plus 4?
14.
So we have a little dilemma here. We got 14.75. Well, if you look at the answers, they have it in a fraction form. So what answers could you automatically cross off that do not match 14? Which do not say 14 as a whole number? Huh?
B.
B, what else is wrong?
C.
What else is wrong? Any others?
D. Yeah, D.
So 75 is what as a fraction?
3 over 4.
Good. So clearly the answer has to be what for Daniel? What should
A.
be good? Does everyone see that? Marley, you could take it at the end. Okay, find the sum. So now what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to find the least common denominator. Okay? When the denominators are different, we're going to have to find the LCD. So 9 over 5. Okay, and then we're going to do the other friend, which is going to be 14 over 7. We have to find the least common denominator. Does anyone remember how to do that? It's okay if you don't remember. Okay, so we're going to find the least common multiple, which are the LCMs. Do you remember how to skip count? Anyone? Guys, talk to me. Do you remember how to do it? So find
Yes.
the LCD, which is the least common denominator, right? Which is also known as the LCM, which is the LCM, and we're going to skip count. So let's do the skip counts. Okay, so let's skip count. Let's do, here, we're gonna do it here. Let's do the LCMs of 5. Someone count with me by 5s. 5,
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
that's good.
40,
Okay, let's do the LCMs of 7. 7,
7, 14, 21, 28, 35,
go. What do you see? What's in common? What do they all
40.
share?
35.
So Haley says 35 and 35. Do we agree with Haley, guys? She's correct. So now the denominators are going to be 35 because that's the LCM, right? Now you have to ask yourselves, how do you go from 5 to 35? What do we have to do there, Haley? How do we go 5 times what? Let's count. How many numbers did we write? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5, 6, 7,
So
7,
I have to multiply by,
7,
and whatever I do to the denominator, I do to the,
top.
so what's 9 times 7?
9 times 7 is
63.
63.
Good. Now, how many 7s are in 35? Count here what you did. 1, 2.
3, 4, 5,
So what do I multiply by?
5,
Good. So help me out. What's 14 times 5? Any ideas?
Me.
70.
Good. But we have a problem here. 63 plus 70 is not one of these answers, correct?
Yeah.
So we have to divide, right? Okay, so
Mhm.
now what we're gonna add is we are going to add, we got 63 plus 70. Those are the numerators. How much is that?
Hold up. $133.
Okay, so the numerators are 133. And we know that the denominators, we're gonna keep the denominator because they're the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna keep the denominators. We're gonna keep the denominator, which was what, what was it, 35? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, but we can't leave the fraction as 133 over 35, can we?
No,
We have to,
It's,
because it's what? Talk to me.
it's whatchamacallit? How do I
Is it
say?
improper or mixed? Come on,
Yeah,
Eva.
it's an improper
Good job.
fraction.
So we have to divide to make it a mixed number. How many times does 35 go into 1? Does it go?
No.
How about into 133? 35 times what is close to 133? Comes after 2.
3.
Okay, and 3 times 35 is?
Sorry, I don't know how to do this that much.
It's okay. So we're going
Is-
to multiply 3 times 35, which is 105, and then we're going to subtract. Can we take 3 from 5, Haley?
No, because the 3 is less than, so make that a 13.
And what happens here, dear?
We have to minus it by 2.
Good. 13 minus 5?
Is 8.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't know why I put 7. See, that made you get it wrong. Sorry. And then 2 from 0.
2.
So then we have a fraction of 28 over 35. But that's still not an answer choice. So we have to do what with the fraction? Starts with an S.
We have to subtract.
Subtract or simplify?
Oh, simplify, sorry.
Okay, so we're going to simplify the fraction, which is 28 over 35 by using what operation? What operation is a fraction, guys? Starts with a D. Duh.
Divide.
Good. What number goes into both 28 and 35? What can I divide by? What's the greatest number?
7.
Yes. So what is 28 divided by 7 equal to? Meaning 7 times,
4.
good. And 35 divided by 7 is 7 times what is 35?
5.
So now this whole answer is going to be 3 and what? What did you just get?
3 and 4 over 5. 3
Good.
wholes and 4 over 5.
We know that the
So it's
answer.
A.
Good. Okay, so Marley now is going to screenshot this. Marley's going to screenshot 1 and 2 for us. That was a lot. Oh, wait. All right. Marley, I'm not sure. Marley, you know what? You're going to have to do one at a time, Marley. You're going to have to do
Yeah.
question 1. Yeah, right?
Because it's like too small, you know. Can't
Yeah. Can you guys see that okay?
See. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Marley, screenshot number 1 for us. I don't see you. Where'd you go, Marley? Okay, and now Marley, go screenshot problem 2. Wait, let me make it a little smaller so you can encapsulate the whole thing. Okay, it's screenshot. Wait, I gotta make it a little smaller. Okay, try that now. You good, Marley? Okay, so now all you folks, all you guys got to do is this. Let me go back to, okay, wait, what are we in now? We're in math. All right, I had to think for a second. It's been a bit since we've been on. Okay, so we're gonna go to our Google Classroom. So I'm gonna open up a new tab. I'm sorry, don't mind all the stuff up here. Okay, so we are going to go into our Google Classroom. We have two things to do. We have our independent practice and our exit ticket, folks. So you're gonna click on your independent. Okay, we're gonna open that up. I'm gonna turn the responses on. Just so everyone, I just wanna show you, it's pretty much what we kind of just did in class, right? We're gonna type our class. We're gonna use our notes to help us answer questions. There's, I think, 4 questions: definition, type your answer as one number, and then this. And then we have an exit ticket.